Hello everyone, myself Savitosh Gaur. Me and my team members are going to give a very short presentation about the sexism operation of women and gender in this video, and we have also included a recent article that relates to these terms, and at the end of the presentation we have also included two questions which we have to answer as a weekly discussion forum. So let's begin with some of the basic definitions of sexism, operation and gender. So first of all, what is sexism? Sexism refers to prejudice, discrimination or stereotyping based on a gender or a sex, typically with a bias against women. It involves treating individuals differently, often unfairly based on their gender, and it can manifest in various forms including attitudes, beliefs, practices, and institutional structures. Sexism can occur at individual or societal level, and it's important to note that sexism is not only limited to discrimination against women. Men also can face the sexism based on their gender or the stereotyping based on their gender. And our next definition is oppression. This term is commonly used to describe situations where a dominant group, institution, or system exploits or discriminates against a marginalized or the less powerful group, depriving them from their rights, opportunity, or equality. Forms of oppression can include discrimination, exploitation, prejudice, and other unjust practices that contributes to marginalization and suffering of the individuals or communities. Oppression can occur at various levels, ranging from interpersonal interactions to systematic and institutional structures. And our last definition is gender. Gender refers to social, cultural, and behavioral attitudes, rules, and expectations that societies consider appropriate for women, men, girls, or the boys. Unlike biological sex, which is based on physical and psychological characteristics such as chromosomes, hormones, and reproductive anatomy, gender is socially and psychologically constructed that the society expects women and gender to do some specific roles or to do some specific behavior. So let's move on to our next slide. So from this slide there is basically an article about the singer Shirley Manson. The Shirley Manson is the iconic lead singer of the band Garbage. She has been a powerful voice in tackling social injustice, and throughout her career, Manson has used her platform to address many of the social issues such as gender inequality, LGBTQ rights, mental health, etc. And her unwavering commitment to these causes has made her a beacon of hope and inspiration for many. Manson's advocacy for gender equality is evident in her lyrics and public statements. She has consistently challenged social norms and expectations placed on women, encouraging them to embrace their individuality and reject oppressive standards. Her empowering songs like Only Happy When It Rains and Stupid Girl resonate with listeners who felt marginalized or dismissed. And uh, uh, throughout an interview with CBC's radio, she discussed why she felt driven to address these issues and why she raised her voice through her platform or through her speeches, and why she is connected so much to the social issues. So next of the slides will be covered by our team members. Thank you.
The main vocalist of the Garbage group Charlotte Manson has spent her career in speaking against the social injustice like racism, misogyny, and climate change. She even discussed how she utilized her position to spread awareness and motivate the people around to speak against this. Along with this, she also made her own personal experience to show about the prejudice and unfairness in the society. Even for the white people to confront their view on social justice and educate them, she asked them to join the group and get their justice and equal rights. Manson stated that she didn't fear losing her fame or getting criticism for being so outspoken, since she thought that it was the appropriate thing to do so just to get the socially equality among all. She even stated that she wished to use her instrument to change the world around, and that is why she hoped that her songs would give listeners a sense of empowerment and connection with the society.
Hello everyone, I'm Sachin Rathagi. Today I'm going to talk about on the critical analysis of the article Garbage Sadly Manson on tackling social injustice. So this is a new news article. It is a summary of an interview with the Sadly Manson, the lead singer of the rock band Garbage, which discusses her views on social injustice and activism. So this was an interview with the Shirley Manson from a Garbage band, who gives us a deep look into why their latest music album, No Gods, No Master, is so meaningful, that the Manson opened up about realizing why she wasn't paying enough attention to the social issues until her friend Trevian Martin was killed in 2012. So this personal revelation motivated her to address the societal injustice or the problems in their new albums like racism, individualism, sexism, and colonialisms. So this article presents Manson is a passionate and outspoken advocate from various causes such as racial equality, environmentalism, and women's rights. So this article was inspired by an old English saying reflects Garvey's belief that everyone should be treated equally. So Manson also feels it a responsibility to use her fame and talk about important issues in the societies, especially considering considering the discussion around Canadian residential schools. So I would like to move to the next slides to give more information on the critical analysis. So in the next analysis, so the article is mostly about descriptive, not the narratives, and it does not offer much critical analysis of Manson's statement or the issues she raises in her lyrics, or she try to give message through the lyrical music video. The article also do not question or mention any challenges or issues or any claims that Manson has, or the opinions, not that is for any alternative perspective or the counter arguments. Just you want to let the message that she didn't respond well and try to reflect on her own through to the lyrical videos. So Manson encouraged white people to face the uncomfortable conversation about the racisms instead of getting defensive. So she believes that real change can only happen if everyone, especially with those who have privilege, and the privileged person can get actively involved in this situation. So by that only this kind of matter can be solved. So I would like to also like move to the next sections, the next slides. So on the next slides, there is a more critical analysis of these news articles that would eventually examine the assumptions, the biasness, and the evidence behind Manson's views and the issues she addresses in her lyrical musical videos that was widely popularized and have a critic and critics. So it would be also considered as a context purpose and audience of a news article, an interview, and the article, and how they influence the tone, style, and content of the messages. So in the legal video, Manson encouraged white people to so the main message is that we cannot ignore big problem in the society. Her determinations is not to look over, is like to call for action to everyone, especially white people, to work together and make things better. The active overall paints the article overall paints of a brand of a band and artists that care about the societal issues and want their music to be a part of the bigger conversation that can reflect and make a change mindset in the peoples. So a more critical analysis would be also evaluate the strength and weakness of Manson arguments and the effectiveness of our songs as a form of social commentary and protest. So one of the interesting point is that Manson clarifies her music is against a white people or a men especially. It is more about questioning those in powers. Is oftenly a white older man. This adds a layer of complexity of the discussions. So at last, the critical analysis of the article reveals an nuanced and social conscious perspective from Shirley Manson and Garbage. The interview highlights that band's commitment to addressing social issues through her music and Manson personal reflections, encouraging a broader societal issues or dialogues about privilege that is given to the white peoples. So the power and the need for the collective engagement is creating a meaningful change in the society. So thank you everyone, and my friend will be talking more about on analytic issues of article analysis in the next video. Thank you everyone.
Hi everyone, I am talking about the article analysis of the news article. Srile mentioned the lead singer of the rock band Garbage has always been vocal about the social issues and injustices. In her latest album, No Gods and No Masters, she tackles the topics such as the racism, sexism, climate change, and policy. Uh, police brutally. She says that she is motivated by a sense of responsibility and a desire to inspire others to take action. And she said that I am just determined not to turn away from it. She told CBC Radio Q, I want to encourage white people to really get on board and understand that uh, this is not a fight that belong to black people or the brown people. This is a fight that belong to all of us. In the next slide, I want to. She said, like the mention said, she was influenced by the Black Lives Matter movement and Me Too movement, as well as uh, her own experiences of discrimination and harassment in the music industry. She said she hopes her music can spark conversation and raise awareness among her fans and peers. I think music is a powerful tool. It can reach people in ways that other forms of communications can't. She said it can touch people's heart easily and minds to make them think differently about the different things. And at the last slide of the article analysis, she mentioned that she is not afraid of a blackish or criticism for her outspokenness, because she believes in the importance of the speaking the truth. And as she always told, like she always speak the truth. So she said she is proud of her album and the message it conveys. I think it is a very positive record. Actually, it is not a negative record. It is a record that celebrates humanity and our potential to do better. That's everything about the videos. So next slide is conclusion. My next friend will explain it. Thank you.